What's up, guys? It's a quick video about a subject I was going to discuss sooner or later. It's about how much is too much for an AK, which means how much I think is worth an AK, an average an AK, or how much you should invest in an AK as far aftermarket parts, or if you're buying one of those nicer company AKs, if it's actually really worth it. Let me say first of all, AK always had a bad history, you know, about gun people always been blaming on them and not being accurate or not being good gun, which is all, I think, operator mistakes, unless there is a major problem with the gun as far as barrel and front side and other problem, which unfortunately used to be a major issues or with the AK kits that were imported over here and remanufactured or reassembled. So if you buy an AK like from the Arsenal, like Zastava most of the time, or mostly like Arsenal and Vapor, like you used to be able to import Vapor and Saiga. Normally these guns don't have this issue because they know what they're doing. Simple words. Nowadays a couple of companies that are making in the United States, like making them from kits, and some other company that were using rifle as bases, original rifle from their base, and just put a bunch of input and knowledge and make it better rifles and change a lot of stuff and make a fancier gun too, and a more reliable gun too. That being said, I'm going to give you a couple of examples on the one I have, and mostly long guns. I don't have mine. M92 is actually, I was about to clean it, a PAP, but you saw it in a couple of videos as an example of a gun. You put a bunch of parts in there for me. Anyway, the first one is was a Century Arm 74 that I bought from a friend. I was with the wood stocks and wood furniture, which was a decent gun. Never had an issue as far as cycling until I went to the range and was looking at the target, and the gun was keyholing. So what we find out, the problem is the gun has a 5.56 barrel instead of 5.45 by 39. So I had to rebarrel the gun, which cost me about $500, and I don't know actually it was worth it or not. Other than that, I don't see any major issues with the gun, so it turned out to be the only problem. Well, that was a major problem. And I know that other than that, the gun had a nice receiver, the rivets were fine, and the rest is pretty much nothing to say wrong about it. Front running seems fine. And anyhow, so you have to head to the initial cost of the gun, which was, I believe, during the gun crisis, $800 with a spam can and a couple of magazines. So it wasn't horrible, and I painted it by myself, as you know, with rattle can and everything. In this one specifically, I put the two hole, whatever you want to call it, brake from Circle 10 AK, Ultimac, like most of my AKs, and the TDI lower end got, like, again, most of my AK, in combination with the Magpul grip. And there is a Bushnell TRS 25, like the AK again, and extended charging handle by Circle 10 AK, crab safety, of course, like you're gonna see in a bunch of my rifles. The gun is unloaded, of course, before you freak out. Or grip, on my preferred one. Rifle Dynamics stock adapter. They got a mid-spec buffer tube, and CTR, I believe it is, stock from Magpul. There's nothing done inside. I buff it a little bit, but other than that, and it's, I mean, the gun, again, like I said, it's unloaded. It's a really smooth gun, really smooth. And again, that's an example of adding to initial cost at least another. You got $100 right over here between TDI, Magpul, and Ultima. Get about $200. If you had the red dot, probably $300 with the red dot. The brake, another $50. Stock adapter, I believe, is what we call $60, $70, I'm not sure. And then I'm gonna make Magpul stock, which you can have other choices like Mission First, which I like too. Crab safety, I believe, is around $60, and again, grip is around $30. So you do the math, and you have a better gun. Of course, like I said before, if the platform is now functioning correctly, it's no point putting this stuff. This one turned out to be actually a nice gun and pretty accurate. And a big fan of 5.45, as you know anyway. Sorry if I turn my back on you, but I gotta pick up the other gun. Over here we have a Walther 10. This one, I had this gun for a while. 1063, sorry. That's pretty much similar as far conformation to the other one. As a 3-hole brake from Sikotan AK. Again, TDI, Ultimac. I normally buy Ultimac on eBay. They're hard to find, so whatever I find, use it in good shape, I'll buy it. It's an M1B, M1. It doesn't make any difference. The only difference, they have a little holes here or different shape. The functionality is exactly the same. Again, Bushnell Trophy, which I normally look up on eBay or Amazon. Sometimes you can find them for $79, which is a really good price. Crab Custom peep sight, nice upgrade too. Extended charging handle from Sikotan AK. That's an old Crab safety. I think it's the Mark 1 or Mark 2. I'm not sure about it. All grip. It's a Crab Custom stock adapter, which is similar to the Rifle Dynamics one, and a Mission First minimalistic stock, which I really like. It's one of the best as far as fitting on the buffer too. Again, really similar concept. The gun initially was, back in time, I think it was $450. We're talking about 2011. Nowadays probably $700, I think. But anyway, the gun is not too shabby. I believe there is a little bit of imperfection as far front glass block, but a little bit. I'm not 100% sure. I don't have any way to measure. I think it's a little bit cocked, but I mean, it's not a major issues. The gun has been serious, worked fine. Again, another example of functionality. I mean, again, it's a water. It's up to you if it's worth spending it. Now we're gonna have 2 examples of 2 aftermarket AK, whatever you want to call it, custom AKs. This one is the KV 30 Mod 2 by Crab Custom, and it starts from a Vapor, which all Vapor had LPK receivers and an heavy barrel, which make a really solid gun. A little bit heavy on the heavy side, but really solid. They do a massive work, and I hear people complain about, oh, they're not worth the expense. Let me say, the price of this one is very similar to the Rifle Dynamics one that you're gonna see in a few minutes, and I think that exactly they equal themselves as far quality. They come already with an IMS adapter for suppressor, their own completely different gas block with sights, their design handguard, and there is a mount for they come with, instead of rear sights, for the red dot or whatever you want to put on it, as a rear sight on the back, AR-15-ish style. They have their own adapter for the Vapor, for the stock, regular AR-15 stock, and this one comes with the CTR, I believe. The other one was the NSTL. Anyway, MOE pistol grip, which it's okay. Mine I put some Talon grips, and their speed loader and whatever, LG triggers and everything. So you're talking about I believe this one on the market is about $2,000, 2,000 and something. I'm not 100% sure. You might want to check the website. I don't remember what I paid for. Well, back in the initial question, is it worth it? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I mean, the Vapor per se is a good rifle, but once you put all these upgrades and the manual work of a gunsmith, they do, and it's amazing. There's no sharp edges on the gun anywhere, which is impressive to me. It's really smooth action. And again, this one is unloaded too. Come with our safety, of course. Is like butter, like amazing. I mean, I love it. Like I said, is it worth it? Yes, if you can afford it, I will go for one of these. So as I would go, sorry, with this one, Rifle Dynamics. Actually, that's my first. I think the RD51, I think is model. It's my first AK, actually fancy AK, or high-hand AK, I should say. And I sold a couple of mine actually, cheaper ones, and I'm about to acquire another similar one to this. But anyway, this one is based on an Arsenal SLR 104 FR. Okay, it's based on that. But again, like the Crab Custom one, they put a lot of work on it. As you can see, they changed the gas block, they cut the barrel, they pin a brake, which I believe is a PWS in this one. Ultimac, that's the original handguard, which works fine. It's a folding stock. The Magic US Palm grip. Oh, now they're worth it. I should probably save it, put in a gun safe. On this one, I put myself the LG trigger. There was an original trigger polish, and it was like polished. Sorry, it was so freaking smooth. Again, gun is unloaded. That's amazing. I mean, it's one of the best. And the trigger, I mean, even the original one they had, and they worked a lot on it, was fine. They modified their sights, as we know, and they Cerakote on the entire gun. I had the extended charging handle by myself, and the Krebs safety, airbag Krebs safety, of course. Love the gun. I mean, it's really comfortable. Super light, super good. I mean, big fan. Again, another example. Is it worth it? Absolutely, absolutely. If you can afford one of these, it's investment too, because previous example, Vapor not available anymore, Saiga not available anymore, so that's an investment. It's a collectible. This one, they're still available, Arsenal, but they're getting kind of scarce because Bulgarian are making gun for somebody else, so they get some contracts, so they're getting a little bit harsh to find. But I mean, I love it. I mean, and again, it's a 545 gun, which to me is impressive, one of the best caliber ever. But anyway, you guys let me know what you think about it. It's your opinion. If you're purist, you want to keep your gun original as is, or if you're open to modification, what do you think about what I show you? If my idea might give an input, let me know. Shoot me a PM or ask me a question in the comment section, and I'll let you know where you can find the stuff and everything. Most of the time, I purchase all these small parts from Circle 10 AK, one of my best preferred shops ever. And that's it. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.